Okay guys, so alignment is off, the car goes straight, but the steering sits here, then the steering sits here. Okay, so either it's this way or this way. So we make a left turn, we come back around, the steering is off this way. We make a right turn, we come back around, the steering is off this way. So we got an issue, the steering is staying crooked to each side. I'm gonna show you guys the issue. Okay, so we changed the tie rods and everything. We was hoping alignment was gonna fix that, but I discovered something else. So what I'm gonna do is, my friend here is gonna help me. He's gonna wiggle the steering right and left, just like that. This would happen over time because the bushings and everything would weaken up. So what we're gonna do here is, we are gonna pay attention to the rack and pinion down there. Okay, so I'm gonna put my camera down there. You're gonna see the bushing move on the steering rack right where the bolt is at. So it's gonna be hard to get down there, but let's see if I can manage to get down there. Okay, I'm ready to take the camera down there. Go ahead, do it. A little harder. There you go. The whole rack and pinion is moving. So the whole rack and pinion is rocking back and forth. The center bolt is moving, and the bushing inside is moving back and forth. So the alignment will never be fixed. It got better, but everything was seized up. We had to cut the tie rods off. So we're gonna get ourselves a new rack and pinion. We'll do a video on this baby, and we'll knock this baby out very soon. All right guys, we got an 05 Toyota Avalon, and we're gonna replace our rack and pinion. We did tie rods, and then we discovered our rack and pinion was moving from the joints, the bolts. So the bushings are all gone. So we're gonna remove this again. I got videos on all this. Remove this, remove this. We're gonna remove the linkage here. So this can go up. We did go lock the steering up. I'm gonna show you that. So make sure you lock up your steering. On this side, you got a 10mm right up on the top that's holding this line here, this return line right on the top. That's a 10mm. If you guys can see it, I don't think you're gonna be able to see this one, but it's up there, right there in the center of the screen right now. Let's see if I got a better lighting. Right there, you can see it right now. So same thing here, square bar linkage got to come off, and then I'll show you from the top. Okay, so we got the rack and pinion over here, part number 3871. My friend's gonna help me here. This is a Reman, so it got a core. If you want to look for the brand, it's AEE steering specialist. You're gonna have to find this somehow, some way. So it comes with the inner tie rod with the boot. We're gonna center this rack and pinion. This is the 10mm bolt I was talking about. So it's a bolt here that's holding one of the lines. So high and low pressure, we're gonna remove both of them. We're gonna have to remove this one, top one first, and then the bottom one. Make sure you do not cross the threads, and make sure you pay attention to these threads. And this is the reason why we change it, because this guy is moving back and forth. So the whole rack and pinion move, it's not supposed to move, only the tie rods. And they're not gonna be able to do alignment on this baby. So we're gonna take this guy and put it into the vehicle. So let's look at the vehicle from the top and see what we did with the steering lock. I know, but I just need, don't worry, no, my back is just jammed, it's not gonna hurt. I wanna take a photo with this shit. Grab it. No, I'll throw that away. Look at the box goes back.
Put it back in the box?
Yeah, bring the box in. Watch the car, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, leave it here. We're gonna do a lot of shit to it. Okay, so my friend over here is cleaning this bolt. So every single bolt we're removing, you gotta wire brush it and spray with the penetrating oil, W40. I'm gonna be doing the control arm down the road, so I already sprayed those down, even the mount. So I took off the sway bar linkage bolt here, because the sway bar linkage is gonna go up, and the whole bar has gotta go up for the rack and pinion to come out. We took out the tie rod. We're gonna leave this rod behind, and we just got a 2 more main bolts to take off. We'll do that. Let me take you to the other side. Process is very simple, just gotta be organized a little bit. So I did the same thing here. Sway bar linkage is loose. Okay, that bolt is not 10mm, it's a 12mm. I kept on making a mistake on that. So 12mm bolt, it's like a little bracket. That line should just hang over it. And the rack and pinion, we're gonna stick it towards the other way, okay? But make sure you lock the steering. I'm gonna show you that from the top, and make sure you center the rack and pinion. We will do that also. And as you can see, this control arm right here is going bad. Not so bad, but this my friend here doesn't want no headache with the guys at the alignment place, so we're just gonna knock out everything. Struts, rack and pinion, how to play. You guys seen that? I just put a clip up on that separately as well. So let's go to the top now. First thing first, lock up your steering. Okay, you got the seat belt right through the steering. You could do a double loop, triple loop, I don't care what you do. Lock it up. Okay, we put the seat belt in there, as you can see. So the steering probably gonna move a little bit this way, a little bit that way, but at least it's not gonna make a turn. If it makes a turn, you're gonna break the clock spring inside. So this has gotta sit right in the center. Okay, right where it's at. Okay, we had the wheels straight when we removed it. Both of the wheels were straight. Okay, so make sure you straighten out the wheel. You can't be on one side either. Okay, straighten it up and then straighten up the wheel, lock it up. That's why we're gonna straighten up the rack and pinion right in the center. If you go to one side, it comes back, it makes 3 turns, full turns. So you gotta go turn and a half, probably quarter turn. We're gonna center that. Okay, so right now we took out the air filter housing here. So the bolts for the rack and pinion, we can reach from right over here, and we're gonna remove both of those. But first, we're gonna take that long extension and a ratchet, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna take off the bolt right off the neck of the steering knuckle, and I'm gonna guide this guy right here. Very important bolt, very important to lock it back up. Make sure, look, you can't ground this right here. Be careful with this. Okay, this cannot touch here. You have a spark. Go ahead, turn counterclockwise, 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 counterclockwise. You're going the wrong way, going the wrong way. Switch here. You gotta move, play around with the ratchet. It's stuck in one position. No, hold it here. Switch it now. Switch that, switch this knob. Switch this angle. No, this. No, Eddie. Hold this. No, hold this. Let it go. To all right, so we're on off now. Okay, we're gonna be going that way. Okay, grab it, yep, go ahead. So my friend is helping me because I got a bad back. It's okay, he's learning and understanding. But there you go. Remove that bolt completely. Make sure you don't touch the battery terminal here. Go ahead, all the way, as much as you can. If it's too loose, then you can just turn this manually like that. There you go. The bolt will come out. Special bolt. Do not lose that bolt. You lose that bolt, you're gonna have to go to the dealer, look for that another bolt. So turn. This baby, you can even see from right here. If you want to put a gear wrench, it's all up to you. There you go. That's what he's turning right there. So we're gonna get that off, and then we're gonna remove the 2 lines, and then we'll show you once the rack and pinion comes out. Okay guys, we got everything loose. The neck of the rack, the bolts are out. So it's time for me to take this guy out. My friend is on the opposite side with the lights. So there's 2 12mm in the center. We have to cut one of the, this phone always rings, let it ring, because right now we're out of the job. Ready? Lift out of the housing. Hold on. The neck is still there. Ready? Twist to my left. Is it out of the housing first? There you go, it's coming. Twist to left. Very simple, you see that? There you go. This baby's out. Meanwhile, the phone was ringing. So there you have it. And all these joints was kind of moving around. Anyways, we're gonna leave this on the floor. Woo! Okay. Okay guys, now we're gonna center this rack and pinion. Okay, this is the new rack and pinion. So make sure you take these off. You're gonna have liquid come out of them, no problem. What we're gonna do here is grab it with something soft like this vice grip. You don't want to damage these little teeth here either. So what I like to do is take these off because of pressure. Okay, so you hear that pressure? There you go. I'm gonna go one way. Okay, so pay attention to this. So this little guy right here, right now, this little dot here, can you see it? Stay back a little bit. See this little dot? So right now, this is where it stops at. Pretty much it's right here. So every time this dot, go back a little bit. No, stay back, stay there. So every time I do spin this dot comes back around it. It's a 1 turn, okay? So let's just make sure where my thumb is at. This is okay. Don't get confused because this thing has same thing on the other side, okay? So pay attention to this first one here. So this would be freaking the whites came off. Let me tighten a little bit more. We're gonna have to start all over. Okay, let's start all over. Let's go back. Okay, there you go. So let's start from here. Stay back. Too close is no good for the camera. So this is here, right here pretty much. So 1 turn, 2 turn. It should have about 3 turns. Okay, there you go. It got 3 turns, a little bit more. So what we'll do is we'll do quarter of the half. See, from here to here, we'll go halfway. So this will be our checkpoint. So don't worry about it. Touch the screen. So we're gonna go 1.5 turn, okay? So pretty much I want to bring this all around back here, and the second turn I want this opening of the whites to be on the opposite side. That'd be a 1.5 turn. Since it's 3, we already remember we did that. See, from here to here, we did it. We came back halfway, so we're gonna select this to be the selecting point right here. So we're gonna do 1 turn. Now let's make this little vice opening on the opposite side, just like that. So this one is facing right where he's at. So this rack and pinion right now is in the center, okay? That's it. We're gonna take this baby back onto the vehicle, and that's how you're gonna center your rack. If you don't do that, you're not gonna have a complete turn to the right or to the left, and your steering might turn more to the left than to the right. So right now we had our steering when we originally took it off in the center, and this is on the center. If you want, you can put these little guys back so you don't have everything dripping on you. And where's the other one? Where you see it? That's not the one. Where's the other piece? Okay, there you go. So I'm putting both of these back. No, hold the straight camera straight. And if you flip the camera, the video is gonna be upside down. And I'm gonna just leave it there. Don't tighten them too much either, because then you won't be able to take them out. And this also will hold the pressure from this thing from turning. So now I told my friend to mark it for me, but I'm gonna mark it myself. So give this thing a good marking where you can see, okay? So this thing cannot move. If it does move, bring it back. Bring it back, because it only can move a little bit this way or a little bit that way. Pay attention to it, because you're gonna be grabbing this to pull and pull, go in and out. So it doesn't have to be perfect. So if this thing moves by any chance, you'll be able to bring it back to the same spot. All you need to put a vise on it. If it moves that way, bring it back. But if you push on it really hard, and you screwed up the whole thing, but you could do the same thing while it's in the vehicle, okay? So let's get this job going. Let's put this rack and pinion in the car. Okay, my friend is on the other side, so I'm gonna back up the camera, guys, so you can see. Same thing. I'm gonna send this rack and pinion. It's lined and everything. So we're gonna take it gentle. I explained it to him. We pulled the lines. We're replacing one line, but we put the lines up. So here comes. It's heavy for my back. There you go. Got it? Can you grab it? I gotta get in there. Okay, turn left. Your right, my left. There you go. Okay. It should be sitting, right? Don't pull on anything, just lift and put it in the mounting base. Did it go in? Okay, there's a bolt on your lift. Put that baby in. This is the bolt, so the 2 main bolts, we're gonna put them in and lock everything back up. The center of the steering yoke gotta go in and lock up the 12mm bolt. I'll show you guys once it's all completed. So to take out the neck of the rack and pinion, I had to bang it with the pry bar, but it came out pretty easy. So there you guys got it. We got the rack in there. It was 10 seconds to get this baby in, but 2-3 hours to get it out because the lines was corroded. Anyways, we'll continue in a moment. Okay guys, here we are. We're done with our rack and pinion. There it is. There's the rack. we managed to put this baby in. Everything's locked up, double check all the bolts. So we did put in a new power steering line. So pretty much, just want to sum it up. There's a bracket here, bracket there, and bracket on the line on the other side if you remove the line. And the 12 millimeter I showed you on the other side. So those are the things there. You're gonna have to remove those. Another thing I could tell you is remove the lines, the high pressure line from the opposite side. It's much easier, and bring everything out. It's all up to you, because that line was really crazy to remove. Look, check this out. This line, we had to cut this line off, the high pressure line, because this and the line and the fitting here was corroded in. Okay, after that, put your power steering fluid in. Make sure there's no leaks, and make sure you bleed the system. It's a soft bleeding system. I do got a Honda videos how to bleed the power steering. You're gonna hear the noise, and you don't want to run it dry first of all, so make sure you put fluid in there. Anyways, thank you for watching my video. And the last thing you want to do is remove your steering belt off your steering. That's the last thing you want to do once everything is tight. Again, like I said, center your power before you start. Center your wheels, lock up your steering right in the center, so everything is centered. If you can manage to count these threads, at least outside, if it doesn't open over here, at least you'll know where everything sits at. So rack and pinion, remember we did, if you turn it to one side all the way, and then you come back, you're gonna have 1 turn, 2 complete turn, 3 complete turn, and then you had about that little bit of turn. So go a little bit, and then you have a little bit left. So that becomes your checkpoint right there. So 1 turn, and then a half on the opposite side of it, just like that cross. That's what you're gonna do, and that will center out your rack and pinion. So it's 3 turns and a little bit turn. So you do half of that little bit turn, and then a 1.5 turn, and that's it. Very simple. Enough said. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. See you guys on the next video.